Yeah, some days I feel unfazed, like when I'm with my friends with a cup raised. Come Monday, I got a gun raised, suicidal do or die until hump day. Then I go right back at it like an automatic. More drinks, more songs, more beats to rap. I need a shrink, I'm gone, more time keeps passing. No watch, no thoughts at all, just a hat, new era. Rep my P's and those O's, need the Phillies with the orange and black to feel home. From Citizens Bank back to Camden Yards, it's a tale of two cities, and trust we go hard. Trust we go hard, yes we go hard. You said we go hard, I said we go hard. Rockin' my Bob Cousy, stocking up on the loose. Think the lyrics come easy, but the life is a doozy. And yes, I'm choosy, and no, I won't settle, but I still take pop off over that kettle, cause I'm talking bigger picture. And yes, I'm gonna hit you with the...
How will our trade begin? Our trade began off in a remote location outside the miles away when Kushina was giving birth to triplets. Naruto came out in 30 minutes first, but almost an hour later, Mema Aminto was born. Everything was hope. Game and kids Mema Aminto and Naruto. Naruto inherited Minato black eyes, apple facial structures. Wow, Mema Aminto inherited Kushina's. But everything changed when Obito attacked. Even though Minato fought well, he could not stop Kirby from being distracted from Kushina. But he was able to split apart Kirby into 3 parts, while Naruto gets full so the chakra will regenerate. Mima Amito got the chakra, and Minato was able to save Kushina while bringing all the chakra that was taken air from the Naito attack, and he was able to seal it inside of Kushina. How will our story take place? This is Naruto Ball Z. Alright, sorry about that, but this is how our story gonna begin. We skip ahead 4 years. Well, we skip ahead 4 years, they're all training, and Minato, he likes Naruto. Like, he's like all his kids equally, but he likes Naruto. He's pretty much chill with Naruto, so he really doesn't care. He's chill with him. He like, that's just it. And he like Mima and Miso too. But Jiraiya walk in, talking about the child of prophecies. There's 3 children of prophecies. And he doesn't think Naruto is one of them. But Minato says, guess where? He said the 3 children. He said the 3 children of prophecy. One is a Shriha. One one is a one is a child born of both the Red Death and the Yellow Flash. And one is a descendant of Hyuga. And he said he doesn't think Naruto would be one of them. He thinks one is Mema. He thinks 2 of them is Mema and Minto. And so and he says we should train Mema and Minto primarily. And he just like and Minato like we still need to train Naruto in case he is the child of prophecy you speak of. And Minato's like, yeah, but Jiraiya is like, but I can't. Mima and Miso is prodigies. Mima and Miso is prodigies, so it'll make more sense to trade them. But Minato says to Jiraiya, but dude, you said it. You told me that you don't train prodigies because no one wants to help you. Yeah, but these are a child of prophecy. They want to help us, but Naruto's a hard worker. You literally said yourself you don't train prodigies. So like, yeah. So we skip ahead. So Gert's training member Minto, while Naruto, it's a little harder for him to pick up jutsus, but he is primarily able to pick them up pretty fast. And Tsunade comes and says the same way we should kick Naruto out because member Minto need more space in order to train and work with their jutsus. And Naruto like, and remember, Minato like, we're not gonna kick him out. Again, Kushina at night, Kushina, she just kicks Naruto out, saying, "Get out, you demon." but it really doesn't make sense because Minato was aware of doing that, and he says, "Wait, didn't she have the soul? Didn't she have the soul and the chakra of the QB? So how is our son Naruto a demon? Well, she was never bright. I mean, this just goes. I mean, this is just like I pick Naruto up in the morning. No, I'm gonna give Naruto his whole house since their success about Devil Mima. I mean, so their own plate and more space to train. So Naruto like yeah, but Minato he goes to Naruto apartment every day and trains them, give him shows, and Naruto's picking him up. And Naruto one day he just unlocks the Renegon. He just unlocks it out of the blue. Then he gets teleported inside of his mindscape, where he sees a giant fox whose head's outside of a cage. And Naruto asks, "What?" And Naruto asks, "What? What are you? Like, who are you?" And Q be like, "Hey kid, you're the reincarnation of an old man's son." I'm like, who are you talking about? I'm talking about Ashura. You're the reincarnation of that brat. You're the reincarnation of that brat Ashura. I should have known earlier. It makes more sense. You could reincarnation of that brat. So like, and Karan was like, wow, you even unlock his Renegon. Well, the old man Renegon who passed it down to Ashura. But it's your Renegon now. So hey kid, what are you going to do with it? And also like he doesn't know how to use it. And Kurama, he just like, hey kid, my name before you ask is Kurama. And Kurama, and also open cage up, and Kurama doesn't attack. Hey kid, I'm going to teach you. I'm not going to be able to teach you inside of Mindscape. So I'm going to ask. So try to make a shadow clone, so I can take over the shadow clone. So Naruto makes a shadow clone, and Kurama just take over, training him and showing him how to use jutsus and use the Renegon. So like yeah, but Kushina was walking past one day and she saw that freaking Naruto had the Renegon, and she went to Minato and was like, "Dude, Naruto, he has the Renegon." And Minato like, "Wait, how? That's impossible. He's not a Uchiha. Well, we are Uchiha, but we're only 25% Uchiha. So how Renegon isn't even a Sharingan? So how does he have the Renegon?" Amina so like, yeah, he gets treasure shot of prophecy, but Kushner like, well, if that demon has it, it's only a matter of time before the treasure of prophecy, Mima Miso gets it as well. I mean, it's just like, well, yeah, they might get it since Naruto did or not, but he's just like, okay, there's gay. Or training Mima Miso even more. Jiraiya Tsunade training Mima Miso even more, trying to make them a lot of Sharingan or Renegon, but he can't for some reason. Naruto, Minato gave him a show of how to unlock the Uzumaki chain. Alright, freeze frame real quick. Just freeze frame real quick. Freeze frame real quick. Hold up. I'm just gonna talk to you guys real quick. Wrong background. I'm just gonna talk to you guys real quick. Talk to you guys real quick. It's gonna be a while before I begin what up again, but I'm just gonna talk to you guys real quick. Here's a few things I don't get. Why do people keep giving us a water? That was just a Hachirama thing. That was mainly Hashirama, so why would he even get it? And why could freaking Naruto call a demon? That's the other thing that is doing it. So I'm gonna have Minato like Naruto this whole time and don't be a douche to start hating him for some reason. That is a no-no. Like, why would he hate Naruto from out of nowhere for no reason? And I'm about to get back in the story. Goodbye. Alright, back in the story. Okay, back in the story. And they started training a member of Miso in order to unlock the Renegon. While Minato gives Naruto the secrets or the technique of how to unlock the Uzumaki train. And thus Naruto is actually able to unlock the trains. But since there are a lot of chakra, he's only able to produce four trains at the moment. Because it takes a lot of chakra to use them. So he's only able to push out four of them instead of a full amount. So we go out some more. And Naruto's walking past in the forest on one Wednesday, and he sees a little girl being bullied. So Naruto runs up to save the girl, and he actually does. And this girl is Naruto, of course. And Naruto asks her if she's okay. And Naruto says, yeah. And Naruto decides to walk Naruto home. But later that a week afterwards, later that night, Naruto sees that some people are trying to kidnap Naruto. So Naruto goes up and tries to fight the guard and activates the Rinnegan and try to fight the guard. The guard is fighting Naruto, trying to kill him, or not kill, but capture. Because if you get the nice Hell's Berserky as well as Hyuga, he doesn't know how much he'll be rewarded. Because he just successfully kidnapped a Hyuga and a nice Hell's Berserky. So he tries to attack Naruto. He goes to fury of punches. And Naruto tries to dodge, but he still gets hit by quite a few. And Shinobi tries to blitz Naruto, trying to knock him out. But Naruto activates the Rinnegan and uses an almighty push while wrapping him up, draining his chakra with his Uzumaki chains. So he grabs Naruto, watches Suri, because he carries her back to the Hyuga compound with the guy he tried to kidnap her still alive. So they never killed. Remember, Naruto never killed this Cloud Shinobi. Or he actually never killed Cloud Shinobi. He's just in prison. That means Hiachi, well, not Hiachi, but Hiachi brother, Neji's dad, didn't die. Because why would he die? So yeah, that's no reason for Neji to go emo and become a Sasuke Hyuga. So like, yeah, so Neji's dad's still alive, obviously. But Hiachi, since he knows Planet's going to try to push her out to the main breath and try to make her work with it, he cats a fake cage bird cell on NASA, a banisher outside of clan, so the main branch people can't hurt his kid. So Hinata is outside crying, and Naruto walks back up. So like, yeah, so and Naruto says, "What's wrong?" My dad says I can't live near you can cow punch no more because he told me I was too weak because I couldn't defend off that Jonin. And Naruto's just sitting there like, and Kurama and Naruto just sitting there and said and they're just like, wait, your dad kicked her out because you couldn't defend off a Jonin when she's like 5. Kurama's just like, what's wrong with this dude? So Naruto says, well, would you like to come stay with me? And Naruto's like, okay, so she did already get these feelings from Naruto. And she's like, yo, okay. Since he already developed feelings from Naruto, they live together. And Naruto starts training Hinata. So stupid. And we go skip ahead if you like a year Tsukumonger sits, and Naruto's out training. Yeah, out training in the field while Naruto was able to use about half of the full amount of the Uzumaki trains, while Nasa she's able to activate her Byakugan even faster, and she's able to push it up to about 16 plums. At the age of 6, she's able to use 16 plums against the fist. Wow, Naruto was able to well able to use the half amount of Uzumaki trains to all the elements of the Rinnegan. Alright, but they haven't learned any jutsus yet. Then they think it's the guy training his kid bro of how to use a shuriken technique. And we know we can say with Sachi gets to the point in time where Sachi is training Sasuke of how to do that shuriken. Sorry guys, of how to do that shuriken technique. So yeah. Sorry guys, I'm sneezing. So yeah, they're training Sasuke. He's training Sasuke on how to do the shuriken technique. Itachi spots Naruto trying at them. And he just walks up to him, bending down and say, what's up? You guys wanna watch? And Naruto says, yo, okay. And Gossip is like, okay as well. So they see Sasuke trying to perform it, and he actually does. He's able to pull it off. Quite easy, actually. Sasuke isn't an arrogant prick in this one. Guys, I'm telling you just now. Sasuke isn't uh, Sasuke isn't an arrogant prick in this one. He's just not. Why would he be? He have literally no reason to go. Uchiha clan is not going to get massacred. Although they probably would, but Minato is present. It's called Hokage in this one. So why the frick would he let the Uchiha clan get massacred by Dunzo? Like, why would he allow the head clans to get massacred by Dunzo? So, like, yeah, back to the story. So we get back to the story, and they ask, Goody teachers got technique as well, and Isachi says, sure, he doesn't care. So he teaches them the basics of how to grow about actual shuriken first. Then he tries to teach them of how to actually perform that technique. And they's able to get it down. He said, look, I like these kids. I'm gonna see if I can teach them their chakra elements. So he grabs a few sheets of chakra paper, and Itachi gives it to them. And Itachi gets to push a chakra everywhere, forcing Naruto to have a natural affinity, but he doesn't have them. He doesn't have all 5 chakra natures, but he have a high affinity to unlock them. But the chakra natures he have now is currently well, not lightning, but I think his chakra natures would be water. Well, yeah, it would be water when it would be water yang release, water yin yang release, and both, and when would just mean so how to hide affinity towards lightning. So Naruto would inherit his lightning chakra nature as well. We know that for a fact that NASA, I think she had Earth and Lightning, while Sasuke obviously having Fire and Lightning. So like, yeah. So we go ahead and the Itachi is teaching him jutsus. Alright, so let's get into it. So like, Itachi, he already checked their chakra natures. Naruto have I've changed. If I said something else, I'm changing it to Naruto have wind and water. Hanasa have water or lightning. And Sasuke said will have his fire and lightning cells. So like yeah. So since water is easiest to learn at the moment, Itachi decided to teach Naruto how to use his water jutsu first. So he tried training Naruto on the tree walking, and Hinata. He tried training them both actually on the tree walking and water walking, so he could get a feel of how the chakra system would work in water. And for Sasuke, since he already knew the fireball jutsu and about footed unlock his fire cell elemental, you know what I mean, fam. So like yeah, he decides to try to teach him how to do lightning. So I'm not sure, but the way to do lightning, he gets a light bulb, and Sasuke have to try to power that light bulb without it breaking up. So Sasuke doing that, while Naruto and Hinata are both training on water walking and water jutsus. Right, so after a few months, after like a month, Naruto and Sasuke all have water walking, and Sasuke is able to power the light bulb, and Naruto was able to do the water walk. It's able to do the water walk. It's able to do the water walk and the tree walking. And Naruto still have its Uzumaki trains as well. Ain't no lie. Like Naruto can do the fully 64 palms as well now. While Sasuke have even higher than Naruto Taijutsu, and he already unlocked and shot his frying gun. So Minato just walking by one day with Mima and Mitsuo and Kuchina, and he sees Naruto out there training, and he decides to go up to Naruto and say what up to his kid. And he's like, "What up, Naruto?" And Naruto says, "Yo, hey dad." So Hisashi decided he says he wanted to train us, and so he is. So like Naruto's sitting right there like Minato said, I mean Minato. Minato said like wow. This kid, I wish I could be there. But I wish I could be there for him. And so me just like, hey Naruto, so your birthday coming up. What you want? What you want for your birthday? And Naruto says, nothing really. I just want it. Not really. I can't think of anything right now. And then it was like, okay. And Mima and it's how she decides to give Naruto give a jutsu, a water cell, water dragon jutsu, both and Naruto have it. And Naruto is about to show it off. And he did with him and Naruto showed it off. And Kushina saw this and she's like, guess the half of Uzumaki trains and gets water dragon. And he's already better than Mito at the Uzumaki trains. How dare he? And Kushina asks, hey Naruto, where did you learn this from? And he asks Sasuke. And Mima and Mito's like, you two observe to train with him. He's going to train us from now on. But Sasuke said right there, like, no, I'm not. You're not about to be. Of course, you're like, why would you want to train this demon and this freaking brat? And he's like, well, he's not a brat to me. He's more like a friend to Sasuke. And I kind of like him because he was abandoned by you. And he gets to life. Go out, he gets to life the way I does. But remember me so mad, I didn't want to learn Water Dragon. So and they are mad. So Kushina teaches to him herself. Wow, and stuff like that. So we skip past to yesterday where also and also is learning water bullet. Since they already knew the water dragon and it was harder to learn getting a water bullet, they took down the water bullet really fast actually. While Sasuke was able to do a simple lightning bullet. Now they're going to start learning. Like Naruto makes about 10 shadow clones, creates about 10 shadow clones to cut the leaf in half, doing those exercises to cut the leaf half, cut the leaf in half, and they're making the old shadow clones are making shadow clones to help them out. So he gets out the leaf cut really fast, faster than a cannon, and you start learning kenjutsu. They're all learning simple kenjutsu with a simple Western style sword or katanas with simple Western katanas, Japanese style katanas. Yeah, I'm just going with that instead. And they're all learning kenjutsu from that. And Naruto opened his Rinnegan. And Sasuke like, and Sasuke goes to the Hokage office with Naruto, and he like, this kid have the freaking Rinnegan. Uh, and Minasa's like, wait, what? I know I said last part, just want to do this. Like, he's already he allowed a Rinnegan at will now. And he's like, no, yeah. And you're like, I remember I mean so serious say he asked for freaking Rinnegan, and they tried to say stuff like that. So they're in school. Well, trash it. I really don't care. But they're in school, and they just like shies. I guess I was compared to the first day of school. They already learned the super percentages Kenja, so they already associated what they learned. While Naruto has completely unlocked his one element right now. So when you're in school, in the first game of school, they begin introducing themselves and give you a little small tests outside to determine what your skill level is. And no, you're not gonna hide. Sasuke and Naruto is not gonna hide your skill level. So in your shuriken drawing, they all get about perfect scores in the written exam. Naruto gets 100, Hinata a 99, and Sasuke 98. Sasuke had 98 on it. Wow, and begins to tight just to fight. Naruto goes up against Menma. Hinata goes up against Minso. And Sasuke goes up against, well, more than half Sasuke go up against Sai. Sai is scared. He's actually getting this because Minato is alive, but I doubt he'll let Danzo, like, I doubt Minato will let this happen. So he's just sitting there like, wow. So remember, try to run at Naruto with a punch. And Naruto just easily dodge and be like, and Naruto like this is slow. So Naruto, so remember flips, kick and tries to kick Naruto. Naruto just grabs the kick and throw Mema back. But Mema, he charges up, he powers up a fire style jutsu, and he yells it at Naruto. But Naruto simple just fire a water bullet, canceling out Mema attack. Then Naruto blitz Mema and punching him in the face, sending Mema flying. But Mema will get back up, and he runs towards Naruto, basically having each one drawing punches, but both of them are dodging. Naruto the only ones that punch to actually hitting a Mema end up getting knocked out. And Mema end up getting knocked out while Naruto final punch, causing Naruto to become the winner. But all of Mema fangirls, it's like Naruto cheated. How Suzume beat Mema, he cheated. Now we go to the Hinata versus Mita fight. So Hinata activates her Byakugan. Hinata activates her Byakugan and she starts charging up. And she starts just standing there waiting for Miso attack. While Miso goes and she tries to kick Hinata, Hinata grabs that kick same time and try to draw her, but it didn't work. And Miso, he grabs Rapper Red legs around her, Hinata and flip her like in a WWE move. But Hinata lands on her head, and hits a backflip and gets it back up, charging up, and Naruto flips into the Jujutsu Fist style, or a simple Jugon style. I saw her hitting towards Mito. And Mito using a Kenjutsu style without the sword, obviously, for obvious reasons. Start canceling out some of Hinata's attacks. But some of Hinata's Jugen strikes are actually hitting one hit on Mito's arm and one on her leg. And Hinata decides to use 64 palms and to use a simple 16 palms, knocking out some of Mito's chakra points. But Mito ended up using some of Nani's chakra, not enough for people to notice it, but just enough to unlock her chakra points. And she creates five shadow phones of each side drawing water, on each side drawing wind bullets of fireball just at her, but not sees this, and she used a full rotation, cancel out the attack, and she used full 64 palms, knocking out Mito. Cause all of her chakra points are literally just filled. So how the frick is Mito meant to survive that? So yeah. Now, we go to the Sasuke versus Sai fight. Well, Sai, he's still an Umbu, but Mito wouldn't let this happen, of course. So, but Danzo still did it anyway. So, Sai just uses simple paper bomb, and he creates tigers, and they go for Sasuke, but Sasuke activates his Sharingan, and he figures out that they're just water. They're just ink. So he used the fire style fireball just to like melt the ink and blow him away. And he goes up to Sai, but Sai pulls out a shuriken, blocking Sasuke, cutting at him. But Sasuke jumps back and gets behind Sai, kicking him up. Basically, he's going to line barrage, but Sai catches it, and he grabs onto Sasuke's fist, and he lands him down on the ground. But that was but Sasuke used a substitution jutsu, basically jumping back, and he used a lightning bullet and throws it at Sai. So basically, it's getting like messed up. By the way, Tsunade is training Sakura. By the way, Tsunade is training Miso, Sakura, Ino, Tenten, all of them. And Hinata's also been trained, I don't know, Tsunade, by the way, because Tsunade decided to have at least one medic on each team. So why wouldn't she train more people, including she's training Shinsen, because she's already there. Or why wouldn't she just train Tenten? So like, yeah, you're all still there. So we get back to the Sasuke versus Sai fight, and Sasuke is about hit Sai with a lightning blade, and he goes behind Sai, hitting him on the neck, and knocking him out. And those only fights that's important to me. So we skip ahead to the final exam. So like, yeah, but they also the fangirls still like you cheated, you freaking cunt. How's these people being how is you beat Sai? Well, no, the fangirls would be like, well, no. Of course Sasuke will win. He's a Uchiha. And who is this Uchiha wanna be? Looking like a Walmart odd brand Sasuke, looking like a paper fist style fool, looking like a don't be get me started on it's like get to a hoe. I ain't no lie. But I saw some bird freaking crap. But how could freak the side get, I'm just gonna get back to the try. I'm not even gonna get into that. But as you said, but we see compare some warriors and Naruto and Hinata is just training even more. At this point, yeah, magic Kenjutsu styles. Master Genjutsu. You have Water Bullet, Water Prison, Water Dragon, Water, Water Blade, and Naruto have the Air Bullet, the Winston Arrow Fisher, the Wind Expansion Explosion. I'm coming up with some random freak. Alright, he has the Wind Dragon. He has the Wind Dragon, Wind Bullet, and a Wind Vacuum. While Sasuke has the Fire Dragon, a Great Fireball Jutsu, and a Fire Bullet. All Hinata and both Sasuke have like Lightning Dragons, Lightning Bullet, and Lightning Cloak, and a simple level 1 Lightning Cloak. Not really doing much for them. It was doing some stuff. It's enhancing your speed. It's enhancing your speed and strength. So yeah, we go ahead to a few more years where, well, not a year, but about a year of them being in the academy, doing final exams. They have the opportunity to take an early graduation class. They can graduate with the bigger kids. And Sasuke, both Sasuke, Naruto, and Hinata, all three of them raise your hands. Oh yeah, Hinata is master. Hinata, well, I'm going over all of them, so I might as well, before I do that. Hinata also have Tsunade chakra strength and healing. And she's already had the 100 healing mark on her head, but it's so weak to the point it doesn't even have a lot of chakra in it. It's not really a lot of chakra, it's only a little bit, and it really wouldn't do much in battle whatsoever. But she does have Tsunade strength, and look at this, she also saw Tsunade strength and 100 healings to Naruto and Sasuke. You know what? Every young Naruto and Sasuke both learn 100 healings technique, so they have stamina mark on their head too. But it's Naruto the only one that have. Rama is deciding to put some of his own chakra inside of 100 healings, and he puts a little bit inside of Sasuke's and Naruto as well, building up 100 million marks. That's the only reason why they have it, and they both have entering out like ultimate strength. Naruto is a master in his chakra strings. And you see, yeah, and Naruto is a master in the Gentle Fist. All of that. But Naruto haven't mastered his Rinnegan yet. That's a no-no. Like, he haven't mastered his Rinnegan yet. But Sasuke, he already has his free Tomoe Trigun. So yeah. He mastered Sri style of fighting. And he already has Tsunade strength. Well, now with Naruto and Nata. Sakura has her same abilities since it's a canon and Shippuden. She already has the super strength, healing. But she also has Genjutsu. I'm giving Sakura Genjutsu, and she's gonna be incurring that team. Because why wouldn't she be incurring that team? She's literally saying that most times that she could be a master in Genjutsu. So why wouldn't I put her incurring that team? Like, incurring that team. And she's not really a fangirl type, but she's still a fangirl, but she still gets the work done. You know, have healing, Tsunade train, mana transfer. And she's still gonna be, Trick Control. Then, and she still has to hold that transfer and stuff like that as well. So we go ahead some more. We go in the future some more, and we're actually at the point where they agrees to take the graduation exam. So Naruto, here's all the people who raised their hand. Naruto, Hinata, Sasuke. That was the first three to raise their hand, and they just left out the room to go take it. And since so Dark Naruto just me, if he could do it, then he could do it much better. And you're going to leave this Naruto guys here, and he's going to fail the exam. So you're going to do it. Me and Sai is going to do it. Hanasa, I'm kicking out the bug guy, even though the bug guy, well, Sakura, Kiba, and Shino goes out second as well, and obviously, Shikocho goes out to second as well, but you gotta have the same senseis. But Mima Miso and Sai Seem is gonna have Kakashi. Oh no. Who would they have? I'm gonna give Mima Miso and Sai, well, Kushina. Yeah, I'm just gonna give him to Kushina. Yeah, I'm just gonna give him a Kushina. But not people do Kushina, so I'm going to do Kushina as well. So we get Kushina. So then all goes out second. First is Brennan exam. Naruto and Naruto Sasuke obviously getting stock marks and 100 places. But the older kids taking out of this, and they just mad about it. And we go even farther to the Shuriken and Kunai. Again, they get stock marks. While everybody else is getting lower marks than them, except for recognizing even bigger. And because it's the final Taijutsu exam, I have to beat a Jonin. Of course, out of my main characters, they all beat the Jonin easily. Well, not easily, but easily. And Sakura tells her mom about this, and she decides to call a council meeting to discuss what to do with them. And she's like, on the left side it's Shinobi Council, on the right it's the civilian, right in the middle it's Danzo, the two elders. Well, not even Danzo. I'm kicking Danzo. Well, four elders. Since Haruza is still alive, why wouldn't he be? But his wife is still alive as well. Well, the five elders, and Mizo is in the middle, while they're behind the elders is sitting above him. And they're discussing what to do with our current generation that passed their says. I mean, they said they're a bit too young to become ninja, and their body isn't big enough, and their enemies could just cut their wrists and kill them off. Well, one civilian jumps up and says, "How dare those demons are allowed to take the graduation exam?" I mean, and and Minato asks, "What demons are you talking about? You're brats. You're free brats." But he says, Naruto, Mima, and Mizo aren't demons. Yes, they all are. They both held the key within them. And Naruto, brat, that demon is the worst of all three of your little demon spawns. And Minato just half his mad. Minato went after him, and Sakura mom, since she after you pretty much like Naruto, she doesn't care. She gets up and punches this dude in the face, and she says, "Sorry, sorry, Hokage. Sorry, Hokage." And I got like, nah, no offense. It's good. I got like, what's good? Minato basically says, well, we can wear umbu. They can wear umbu FLs, and you have wrist guards protecting your wrist from not being cut, and wherever other dangerous missions, even if you're not be any dangerous missions yet. And we can place him on teams. Well, Sakura, Hinata already told you the teams, same as the canon, but Hinata and Sakura traded places. But Naruto's team have to capture Cell and Mimitos, Mimitos, have Kuchinas, and we can have them wear humble outfits, protecting their bodies, while also protecting their wrists, and can have them give them swords to protect, to have a little bit of longer range. And who all agrees this? I get all says agreed. Okay. Here we go. Back with another part of for the Naruto selected Prodigy. So the last time I left off, we basically said that they just got put into teams, announcing Sasuke and Naruto as on Team 7. Kushina, Mito, and Sai is on Team 10. Shikosho is the same. And Sakura got put on Koronai Shame and replaced it in Nasa because one, they literally said that Sakura could have been a god at Genjutsu. And I'm gonna have Sakura get trained by Uncle and I'm going Nata because Snake bitch makes two girls circle off like Sasuke make Sasuke and his pedophile way suck him off. So yeah, the snake pedos. So NASA won't become a snake pedo, by the way. So you don't have to worry about that. She's not born to become a snake pedo. Sakura is, along with Uncle again. So we start off. Well, Kakashi's late, as always. And Naruto knew he's going to be late because Kakashi is always late. So Kakashi literally doesn't come until like 3 hours. And Naruto, Sasuke, and Naruto like, where the frick you been? You had us waiting here for 3 freaking hours. And Kakashi like, well, I got lost in a way of life, and I had to help an old lady get to her home, and a black cat crossed my path, so I had to take the long route. And they all like, that's BS, but we don't care as long as you here and you go teach us something that's actually pretty useful. We won't mind if you're late, cause we could just be later up. So Kakashi like, meet me on the roof. So tell me your hopes and dreams. Sasuke is to, to surpass my older brother Isachi and become head of the clan. Naruto, well, things I hate. My family. Things I like. My friends. Things I don't particularly care about. Not much. Sorry guys for the yarn. Things I hate. People hurt Hinata and Sasuke. So, he's like, okay. And Hinata is, well, my dream is to help Naruto accomplish his goals and his dreams once he gets one. And my dream is just to confirm my friends and say, here, Naruto. And Kakashi like, okay, so tomorrow we're going to be doing an exam. If you think that this is the final exam, no, I'm in charge of giving you the final exam. So I decide if you get to become a Jonin nor a Genin. Well, a Genin. Sorry for being honest, I'm just very sleepy. Okay, so we skip ahead a few hours, and they're all out getting ramen, celebrating, and they're like, "Wait, you guys haven't get just test joining test yet?" And they're like, "No, this dude Kakashi was like 3 hours late, and he didn't even get us anything. He said he's gonna have to do this test tomorrow, and which we don't even know what it is." And Kurt Knight and Austin, they like in the kitchen. I got like, we know what this test is, but we're not understand with Steam and his puppet. So they're just like, wow. So we compare it to yesterday, where it's early as crap, and Nata, Sasuke, and Naruto just arrived there. And you're like, Kakashi isn't here. He's going to be late for show. So they spread out blankets on the ground. And yeah, so darkness is happening. So he brung airbags in a trolling cell. And he placed those airbags down over that blanket. And he have whole beds inside of that short drill. So they all have beds to sleep on. But next, before that, Naruto gets out about a few rice balls, and they all eat it. And after that, they all go back to sleep, so they just can't hear. If you see that as a compare Kakashi get there, and all he says was food wrappers and all of them sleeping in air beds, and Kakashi's like, "Wow, this is some hardcore dedication." And they're all like, "Wow, Kakashi Sensei, you're late again. We literally had time to sleep." And they're all like, "Well, oh well." And Kakashi says, "Well, we're going to be doing a test. We could just call it a bell test. You have until noon to take his bells away from me, but yet there's only two of them. That means only two of you will pass." And now it's only got us out there like, wait, it doesn't make sense. There's normally three teams on every journey team, so and they're all causing maybe like, well, you can. This is about teamwork. Did I get your wrong freaking word of? I think I said your wrong freaking word of. Well, back into the story, and they are like, well, this is about teamwork, obviously, because there's no journey team where where there's more there's no less than three members, because you're always your teams of four or more. So they pass on, and also have a whole plan play. Have a whole plan. So and he pass on to Hinata Sasuke. Sasuke, I need you to go on with me and sets up divergence while I'm the main fires off a water dragon jutsu. While Sasuke, I need you to fire off a lightning bullet, electrical in my water, so it can hit Kakashi with more force. Hinata, I need you to barrel on the ground and just try to pick it up behind Kakashi. And Hinata says, got it. After you get behind Kakashi, jump up and try to grab the bells. And if you can't, retreat out of there. Then I will come and deal with finishing blows. And they're all like, okay. So they actually enact a plan, causing them to say, well, you guys actually passed. Was not expecting this. You actually the first team to figure out that it's test is about teamwork. So yeah, well, meet me here. Meet me at the gate. Echo Kaga's office tomorrow. We're gonna give you a first mission. All right, so this is about the time skip month before I land a wave arc. So we skip ahead 1 month, and they're all like, we want to hire Naruto. Like, I want to hire up a mission. And Kakashi says, well, yes, get ready. So there you go. Naruto and Sasuke comes in. And he says, well, so these are supposed to be top ninjas of the world. And they're just like, alright, bet. So, so we skip ahead to more. Well, they just met out the reds, but also all of them noticed them freaking puddles, and they're like, how the frick is there puddles here? So the demon riders pop out and try apparently kill Kakashi, but all of them are like, well, he's just hiding in that tree. So Naruto just rushed ahead and just blinks them, knocking them both out. And Sasuke is getting ready to torture him for information. Well, not torture, but try to get information out of him. Okay, just like in Yatsubikin. So Naruto comes and put him under and run a gun, Denjutsu, causing him to spill beans. Like are all like, well, it's you named Gato, who sent you to murder you. Yeah. And and he's just like, you know what, it's worth it. We're gonna keep going. So we skip ahead some more. We'll get about to meet Zabuza for the first time. Zabuza grows his sword. Everybody sends it and thought. In the fight against Kakashi and Zabuza goes pretty much the same as in canon. Except, well, Naruto just activates his Rinnegan when Sasuke and Natsu, and he just goes and blitz freaking Zabuza and knocking him out. Again, Haku seals calms, knocks Zabuza out, and I guess she's like, well, thank you. But Kakashi says, like, that's BS. So we skip ahead to get after he gets in the land's ways. And go, oh, like, this village is terrible. So they go back to the forest really quick. Gets a bunch of firewood and woods and supplies so they can actually rebuild their homes. And bring them to them. And food and crap. So we go ahead some more. Where Naruto meets that kid. And Naruto's just like, you don't know nothing about Pain Kid. Get your entire village should ban you. Get your entire family hated you and called you a demon. So you really know nothing about pain, so you can shut up, you little brat. So we go ahead some more where Zabuza and Kakashi is having a rematch. Goes pretty much the same, but we get to Haku and Sasuke fight for the first time, but Naruto is there. Naruto and Sasuke is more than capable to break through each piece of glass, but so yeah. So John, I don't even know. So Naruto Hinata, I mean Naruto Sasuke is just start breaking glass and just obliterating glass, trying to get to Haku, but they're just like Haku, just like nope, nope. He's just blitzing around the mirror, but he sees Zabuza is about to get hit by a lightning blade, doing his same sacrifices in canon, doing the same sacrifices he's in canon, killing himself for Zabuza basically. Getting got some man comes, granting Zabuza, and they're just like, well, Zabuza, you was getting too expensive to pay for, so I was gonna have to take you out at one point. Glad that super brat isn't here to protect you anymore, huh? And when Zabuza hurt is, he still goes ham on those three Frieza swords. I can't believe I said Frieza. He goes hams on Gatsu server. On Gatsu, man, killing half of them. While Naruto takes out the rats and gets it, and that's basically the end of the Land of Wave arc. So I tried to record this before, but it didn't freaking work. But I got video with a little more popular in this one. So I'm going to be redoing that video right here. Here we go, boy. Alright, so we begin off our story. Where, let me turn my volume up so make sure y'all can hear me. It's up. Okay. So basically, we get off our story where we just kind of talked about the Land of Waves and Kakashi just told them about the journey exams. So everybody like y'all want to go on the journey exams. And everybody like, yeah, why not? But here's I mentioned multiple times. A lot of these people have Tsunade level strength and 100 healings at this point, since they be training since they was at a young age. So Why wouldn't they have it by this point? So basically, we begin off our story where they just get at the first test where those two guys dress up as getting or get turned into getting or the transformation jutsu in order to trick everyone and by saying that's the graduate the success room. But Naruto Sasuke and Naruto like, you know what, yo. Well most of Naruto Sasuke, yo, let's not say anything about that's not the actual exam room, but just let's keep going so we're the only ones who can take the test. So they go to the after room and the inspector says, well, the first 3 people here. Give it about 2 minutes or we're gonna begin without them. And we compared 2 minutes, but no one's there. So I guess everyone who isn't here failed. But there's a few teams there. It's the Rookie 9. Well, it's Memo Mito team. Memo Mito side. Team Chikamaru team. Kiba new team. And wait. And that's about it. All the Rookie 9. Plus Memo Mito inside. And Garba team. They're the only ones who actually dares to take the test. And Noah leave. So he's just like, you all pass. I figured you could test it first. Forget what I just said. All the yeah. But then right before he say begin, more people show up, realizing that this is Genjutsu. I like, well, you have the same questions on your test. I'll personally give you the same question. So I'll personally give you the same question. So don't cheat. If you cheat on this test, you will be kicked out. You will never be able to do the exam again. And Naruto going like, yeah, I got it. So Naruto activates his Rinnegan, Naruto activates the Byakugan, and starts to activate his Sharingan. Basically, I'll get killed at this point. I just try copying people's hand movements. All of that. He be copying all of their hand movement, and they all pass. They be compared to the forest of death. Where everybody from the Rookie 9 tries to gang up on Sasuke and Naruto to try to get demon lovers and crap and demon worshippers. And they try to gang up on them. But Naruto decides to blitz them himself and take them all out, knocking them all out. And Naruto's just like, no, you can't do that. That's not fair. But he's just like, yes, I can, you demon. But Naruto then bursts into some use some Kurama chakra with the Rinnegan. Got to him to just knock them all out, but he left them. Susho so he could still fight. Then Orochimaru tries. Naruto still have to go take a piss. Then we go forward a little bit. Sasuke doesn't get curse mark this time. Because at the last minute, Naruto and Itachi throw back up. And Orochimaru just get his butt beat. And Orochimaru sitting here like, yo, Itachi, you're actually how I really want it. I likes ya. I wants ya. I likes ya. I wants ya. That will treat her body. And Itachi like, nah! Nah! Get away from me, bruh. Nah, bruh. Move, bruh. Get away from me. And then Itachi uses this boy Itachi uses Susanoo. And he just bopped Orochimaru in the head. Sending him flying. And Uncle see Orochimaru. And she like, nah. And she goes towards Orochimaru. Still trying to get rid of him like in cannon. But she still loses. But here, it's a win-win. Sasuke doesn't have a curse mark. So, it's a win-win for everyone. Now we get to the final exam. Basically, Memo put up against Slider. Mito put up against Slider. Sai put up against Slider. Naruto versus Kiba, Sasuke versus the Sun Ninja, Hinata versus Neji, Sakura versus Ino, Shikamaru versus that dude he blends. Shoji lost Dotsu. Second people win is Naruto, Sasuke. Well, I want to go over a few fights that feel important. When Naruto fighting against Kiba, Naruto goes much easier while Kiba still calling Naruto a demon. He pretty much believes that he's the strongest one there. So right at the beginning of the fight, he used Fang over Fang to try to just knock out Naruto and kill him. Since he had Naruto and he wanted Naruto for himself. But Naruto like, nah, I'll crop a bit my song. Naruto like, nah. Fang over Fang, then Naruto just activates some Kurama Chakra, and everybody starts seeing this. He calls Naruto a demon and indeed forsaken for having Kurama Chakra. But Naruto yells out, you idiots. If I have the soul, I have the full QB. So remember, Amito Chakra is going to get released sometime, and it's going to all come back to me. Because you gave me the full soul, even though I'm no unique chakra. I'm basically going to have double. The QB's going to have double the chakra. Now they're all like mad and crap. Yeah, Kiba. Everybody tried yelling to Kiba to kill Naruto, except for his team, of course. Kill Naruto. Kill the demon, and crap like that. But everybody doesn't even say it like that. It's only a certain few. And Kiba tries to blink Naruto again. But it's the same way in canon. Naruto tricks Kiba, even though he doesn't need to. He tricks Kiba into handing Akamaru. And then he goes up to Kiba and beat the ever-living crap out of him. But Kiba finally uses his strength. And he starts going even faster, hitting Naruto even harder. And uses that double wolf transformation. Two-headed dog transformation. They use the Fang over Fang to attack Naruto with that one. But Naruto uses his strength as well, chakra strength, with Kurama chakra, activating a Red gun. But everybody got a glimpse of the Red gun, but they thought it was just an hallucination or Genjutsu caused by Naruto. You're like, nah, it's not the Red gun, it can't be. And he clashed with Kiba, knocking Kiba back, fending him from Akamaru, causing Naruto to win the match. Hinata versus Neji. Hinata could easily win this. Like, Neji doesn't have strength, it's only people from the Ricky 9. So Hinata and Neji, just as I can, hand into a Gensu Fist or a Jugun fan. I try to close or try to track points, but Hinata this time, she's blocking a lot easier and she's getting way more hits on Neji. Like, she's basically the only one who's actually getting a little bit of hits. And then Neji getting more and more mad and tries to kill, basically, he tried to kill Hinata. But Hinata got used even more of her power. And she activates the Sensagun. Well, not the Sensagun, not yet in a way. But she activates the Magekyo Byakugan, or the Jugun, which is basically just the Magekyo Byakugan, and she uses it to literally blitz Kiba, basically closing up his chakra points using 64 pawns fully, not killing him, but closing about half of his chakra points, causing Neji to lose. And Sasuke fight, since he doesn't have a course mark, he has no restrictions, so he was able to easily just knock out. He's able to easily just knock out the follower he was fighting. Garou versus Lee. Oh my god, it goes the same as a cannon. Garou still wins. Shamari won her fight, and Kankuro won his fight along with Mima Amito. I'm gonna say that Memo fight Chikamaru. But guess they're gonna start Chikamaru to Shonen because what he did there. So we create the winners of the fights. Naruto, Sasuke, Hinata, Gaara, Kankura, Samari, Mima, Muto, and that's it. So we skip past to the one my train is on. Water. Also, since he learned about a little bit of Karama taught him about a little bit about nature energy. Karama teaches him how to go into the toad trace for well he teaches him how to dagger nature energy. And also like cool, I have nature energy now. I can also use Kurama Chakra to bursting him into KCM or Kurama Chakra mode. And then, not KCM 2 yet, but they do get perfect Jinchuriki mode. Or KCM Perfect Jinchuriki. And I'm gonna call it KCM Perfect Jinchuriki. But we go ahead to more. And basically, it's like nothing, yo. It's like nothing, yo. But Naruto has perfect jerky mode with the red guy. And Hinata, Sasuke, once he unlocks his Magekyo, he first eyes for the Sachi, giving them both the eternal Magekyo. And Naruto gives one of his eyes to Sasuke, and will give him training eyes, but Naruto's eye, eternal Magekyo, instantly evolve into the Rinnegan. Back into the Rinnegan. So Sasuke have his one Rinnegan eye and his one Magekyo. But I don't say he can deactivate them at will. While Hinata don't get one more. Shashua, I'm gonna free your trainership. We're going to get all of this. But I'm going to say it again later. Now and Hinata got the eternal Byakugan, aka Gajugan. But Naruto still gets perfect Jinchuriki mode. While Sasuke gets the eternal. While Hinata gets Gajugan even better. Now we've set Shonen exams. First fight, Naruto versus Hinata. I guess this would be a really interesting fight. What a Hinata enhanced Jogan, and what a Hinata with the Jogan, just beating up Naruto like Neji did. But I'm going to say I wait about the same here. But two Naruto activates the Rinnegan and perfect Jinchuriki mode, where Hinata can still keep up with him, but Naruto's a little bit. Hinata can barely keep up with him, but Naruto just bench her, not running to hurdle too much. But he is basically not holding back, because he doesn't want to hurt her too much, and he just like, bruh, I didn't think it would be this hard. And then he uses a Rasen Shuriken. I'm going to say he came up with it. He uses a Rasen Shuriken with the Flying Rajan. If I don't think I gave him, he does have those. If I don't think I said it. He goes behind deactivating those and using a Water Dragon and a Wind Dragon merge. Blasting it towards Hinata. But Hinata herself powers up a Water Dragon and a Lightning Dragon. Blasted it, and Naruto Wind Dragon and Water Dragon. And they clash. Naruto, he's able to go through it with Kurama Chakra protecting him. First to get Kurama Avatar for a few seconds. I'm knocking out Hinata. But Hinata like, well, at least I know you didn't hold back. So yeah. But Mima and Miso see this. I got We don't have this, but he does. I guess try to go up to Naruto real quick and command him to tell him how you did this. How did he master the QB power? How do you even have the chakra? And Naruto says, huh, why would I ever tell you this? But Kushina adds, well, I can sense nature energy coming after you. Does that have anything to do with it? Naruto like, no. But they can't say if Naruto lying or not because they don't know him. So they actually don't know if Naruto's lying. So like, he just don't know what's going on at this point. And he's just like, bruh. You freaking cunt. Now we skip ahead to Sus. The really most important fight. Remember fight Samari. Mito fights Conqueror. The Sasuke is here. Then we skip ahead to a Gaara fight. And it goes about the same as, well, it just says it goes the same as the canon. Sasuke, after having the eternal Magekyo, and have to ribcage Susanoo with Tsunade and hamstring. Guess it's not in Gaara's favor. Sasuke still end up copying Lee's speed. He's even faster now with Tsunade and hamstring. So he's just knocking around Gaara at this point. Going even faster, saying that fast enough to stop it. And he still powers up as a Dory. And he throws down and tap Gaara with it. But Gaara still go nuts. Activating that partial or somewhat partial, halfway partial Shikaku form, entering the Konoha Evasion Heart. Or, yeah, Evasion of Konoha. Naruto seems to have it goes to handle Gaara, while Tsunade, Kushina, and Mito are fighting Orochimaru. Orochimaru like, huh. He instantly reanimates the first and second Hokage. And they're just like, bruh. How dare you regenerate my frickin'... How dare you regenerate my ancestors, bruh. You know I have a problem with this. I'm not... And Tsunade sees this. And Kushina and Mito back up a little bit. And they're like, oh. And Orochimaru only seen this look once. Once in his life. When he was caught peeping with Jiraiya. But it's 100 times worse. And Orochimaru gets down for hears this. And they're like, oh. And Nata grabs Orochimaru and teleport somewhere else, basically. Minato, he throws his Fire Raijin. He was able to take out 1,000 ninja at once. And at this point, I'm pretty sure he'd be much, much stronger if he wanted to protect his family. He teleports down there, and he takes up 2,000. 1,000 each of the Sand Shinobi and the Sound Shinobi, taking them out, while Kushina goes and take out about 500 herself. And then Mima and Miso end up taking on 2 members each of the Sound 4. And they're like, oh crap. So yeah, now we can take past the Gaara fight. Well, also, Gaara is still doing the same way as the canon. It's happening the same way as the canon, but much easier on Naruto's side. Instead of Gaara almost winning, the roles are reversed. While Naruto have the upper hand still. Wow. He have Hinata firing up a water dragon while Naruto and Sasuke is firing lightning dragon. Well, Naruto firing a water dragon, Hinata firing a lightning dragon, and Sasuke firing a fire dragon, blasting them at Gaara, turning the sand into moist glass, shattering it. Gaara get even more and more angrier. Each end up transforming into the ultimate Shikaku, letting Shikaku roam free. But Naruto, he goes into KCM Perfect Jinchuriki, and he looks at, and he just looks at Chikaku, and Chikaku like, oh, Kurama, and he tries to attack Kurama, and Kurama just whoop his ass, like no problem whatsoever. He just whooped Kurama butt, so yeah. And Naruto still ended up giving him that speech about, no, I liked him, but I was able to change, we was able to make friends. If you look around you, you still have people who care for you, and you have people who want to be your friend and try to help you. Agara gangs back to Kankuro and Samari, and they're like, oh. Then he goes back to the village, sees Orochimaru getting his butt beat by Tsunade, and the sound for it basically is about to die by Mysta. And then he sees Kankuro tries to get Orochimaru out of there, but he's just like, nah. He goes to Kankuro. Naruto teleports in front of Kankuro in his perfect Shuriken mode cell, or PC. Alright, I'm gonna call it KCM-PJ. KCM-PC. Yeah, KCM-PC. Or Kurama Shotgun Mode. Or Perfect Shuriken form. And he goes to Kabuto like, what you doing, fam? And he's just like, oh crap. And he's like, oh crap, shoot. And King goes back. And then he goes back to, yeah, Orochimaru used everybody see Naruto did this. And they're like, why is he attacking at least Shinobi? And they all left people they was fighting and tried to gang it up on Naruto or something he so. But Orochimaru, take the time while he was subtracted, he reversed summoned the sound for Boy himself, Kankuro, out of there. And this ends ends the Konohara retrieval, the Konohara invasion arc. And I guess it's where we would go into Tsunade retrieval arc, but she's already here, so there's no point in doing this arc. And the Sasuke retrieval arc doesn't happen since Uchiha is basically alive, so I guess it's still here. We're still good here. And now we're basically at the 3-year time skip. I have some. And we got into the 3-year doing not Sage. He got Sage to use KCM. He have KCM 1 and 2 now since him and Kurama is already basically friends. He learned much more just to give Naruto, and we go to what Hinata basically learned. Hinata basically learned into the more lightning styles, while she also picked up Kakashi and Sasuke. Since I'm pretty sure the Byakugan can help what I'm almost 100% sure about Byakugan can help the internal vision, like the Sharingan, just the glory, and she's already have different lightning fists. Tend to look more like Tigers, but that's good too. They look like the two. They look like the two cells for some reason. So yeah, and Sasuke, I'm not gonna kill. And here we go ahead some more, and you just have village. And Naruto village. So Naruto like here, sit right here, like, yo, everybody, I'm back. And everybody just welcome him. I remember Amisa still salty about them not being a child of prophecy. I don't like them for some reason. But they're still upset about them not being a child of prophecy. So they train even harder, trying to surpass Naruto. But everybody in the village, they pretty much like Naruto now. There's nothing he doesn't do anything. And he's one of the most powerful shinobi. So, we see that we're going just like them to go call the office. And I get heard about them doing a beat redoing the test against Kakashi. And then Naruto, Hinata, and Sasuke shows up. And we're just like, what up, Naruto? Long time no see. So they're all gonna be facing Kakashi in the bell set and see how fast they get the bells away from him. And they're just like, hey, Kakashi, we all basically won last time, so this time is gonna go much easier. And Kakashi like, nope, this time, let's just say I'm gonna have a little hope from my few friends. And the next day, they sit there, and Kakashi shows up, and they're just like, guys, Kakashi shows up, along with Korea and some freaking leave. Uncle. Yeah, Uncle shows up, just because he wanted to sorcerer. She wanted to sorcerer Naruto some more. Because it's been a while since she actually got to sorcerer him. And Naruto gets flashbacks of memories that he doesn't want to speak of. So they all go and fight each other during the training test. And each guy, Uncle, and Kakashi each have one bell, and Naruto and team have until the end of the day to get those bells. If they don't, well, there's not really a punishment if you don't. This is for like success where skills currently are. So Naruto, she activates her flag process power. She's a new flag process. She activates 100 healings. With her Byakugan gun. Put the front line fist ready to fight. Sasuke, since he already has Tsunade, and Naruto already has Tsunade and strength. They don't have the sales. Not through this. I'm gonna give everyone the sales. Cause why not? I like overpowered characters, and I'm gonna make them all overpowered. So they all activate the Byakugan seal, while Naruto and Sasuke flashes in to get Eternal Mage kill with his 100 Byakugan seal activated as well. But it's weaker, way weaker, get even worse than Naruto is. That's how weak it is. So it will give him a minor regeneration boost to help him so he won't go blind. Give me tip at Naruto. He flashes in, or goes in instantly, activating Rinnegan at all. It's a perfect KCM2, or perfect Cherokee mode. Root Kurama activating his cell, and taking out the tracker train in order to fight. And Guy sees this, and he takes Tracker weight. He takes Tracker weights instantly and goes to 8 gates. Flashing all the way up to the 6th gate, I could say. While Kakashi only opened about 4 of them, he goes into the 4th gate. So he actually won't die. While Uncle, she's just like, well, I might die. And they're just like, okay, bet. But I really don't want to die, but I really don't care either. Take a charge for Kakashi. All you hear is a flap. And a huge shock waves. And literally, the whole the training ground, oh my god, it's just a massive crater in the ground. And it says spectators back flying. But Naruto and Sasuke not going to guess what happened. They both go to Susanoo. And they both go into Kurama Chakra. Oh, Kurama mode. Why Hinata activates the Jugun. Basically, Eternal Mage raised to be eternal Byakugan, even though Byakugan is already eternal. But I can do whatever I want. So yeah. And they all merge together, creating a massive armor wearing Tsushima armor, what they did in canon. But they get it much earlier now since they both already have it. And you just see Guy goes into 7, thanks to attack the same. What Guy, he's punched them, and also them, it actually gets sent back flying, because this is a 7th grade freaking Guy. Like they're actually trying to do anything against that. Guy's still much stronger than both of them in 7th grade. I mean, there's no problem. Guy's just mopping the floor with them right now. But Naruto feels his Renegon's ability. And King of Hell, so he'll get injuries. And then he activates and draws a giant cell beast bomb towards him. And Kakashi, since he's much stronger, he activates the Mage Kill Sharingan and Kami uses it and sends it right to on the mission while not destroying anything. And then he just sees Sasuke goes up and looks him dead in the eye, facing the Genjutsu on him. But Kakashi, he like, nope, I ain't falling for this one again, and he breaks it. So yeah. What the? Okay. Oh, and Sasuke already have Kakashi Bell. For Anko, she's a bit more trickier. But she's a freaking snake. So Nasa uses the fuse snake jutsu she learned from Anko. As she told them to go find Anko, but Anko's just at a shop eating Dunkos. So Nasa just easily goes up behind her and gets the bell. And then we see Hinata versus Might Guy. This fight is the worst of them all, because 7 gauge Guy has gone up, and then Naruto facing him. Perfect tricky mode at that. But then Naruto, he goes and sacks Sage Mode on top of KCM. He goes to attack Sage Mode on top of KCM, and he just like, bruh. And then he goes into the 5th gate. And he just like, crap. And also, I'm gonna do Legacy or Naruto, basically Uchiha rules, Legacy rules, and 5 spells and up can survive all 8 gates. The Naruto decides to flex on Guy. With all that is still activated, he activates 1st gate of opening, 2nd gate. I forgot all the gates names, but he goes all the way up to the 8th gate of stuff, and God like, yo, you can't do that, bruh. When Naruto said, watch me. And everybody feels a huge burst of chakra. And they just see Naruto 8th gate flashing in KCM. And they just see him, and they're just like, what the heck just happened? So he goes towards the Guy, and Guy fires one of his strongest moves. I forgot what that move calls, but that was a giant freaking tiger energy wave, basically. And he punches it in Naruto. Like Naruto, he just disperses it. And he's just like, not this time. And he goes up to Might Guy, and he takes the bell. And Guy and both Naruto fall to the ground. Naruto catches the guy and won't break himself. And they both just start sitting there. While Naruto goes out of the 8th grade. And he just chill. And the Guy goes out of the 7th grade in pain. The Naruto summons the King of Hell, heals himself, heals everybody who got injured extremely. And again he put Guy in there, so he like won't have a huge drawback for a few days from using the 7th gate. So he's in there. And everybody who's in the village elders, they saw this, and they decided, the council meeting. And it's feeling like we can't have those demon lovers. He gets powerful. We need to end their lives now. They won't be too powerful. For Tsunade, at this point, Ramitato didn't step down as being a Hokage and decided to pick a fifth Hokage. Since he wanted to spend more time with his family, Tsunade is exactly the fifth Hokage at this point. I guess you just decided, you know how powerful they is. We can end the wars with them. We're just like, yeah. But then, you get word from Gaara that Gaara have just been abducted. And just goes in to the Gaara rescue arc. So, Naruto hears about this. So he goes to grab Sasuke and Hinata and get started going for the Sand Village. I'm gonna say Naruto, well, full power is base. He just grabs him to look Kakashi and Samari, and he just dips towards the Sand Village, getting there in a few hours. But there's no way that the Akatsuki members, Gobira and the puppet master guy, the guy who tried to make himself immortal. So they all go to him. Getting to Sand Village about a few hours, and Kankuro just got injured. And also Tiscus. So he runs towards Kankuro, healing him. So he won't die, and he sees the puppet master. And he's just like, well, the 9,000 turkey. How do you have those same eyes? How do you have those same eyes as Pain? That's alright though. You'll meet the same fate as this one. And he congratulates Naruto, but Naruto not having it. He just obliterates the puppy he's riding over his body with one punch, breaking it entirely. And then he sees his true body. And it's just extremely weak. Naruto, he decides to just activate KCM with Sage Mode. And he just fires off a massive cell beast bomb at him. But he decides he uses the Iron Sand. From the Yaro Mizukage, or the fourth Mizukage. No, it's the dirt. So he used the third Mizukage Iron Sand technique to block the cell beast bomb. But he also powers up his army of puppets to send them towards Naruto. But Hinata sees this, and she decides to go and use rotation with gentle fist, breaking some of the puppets of Sasuke. He fires up a massive Konamarasu, and he just obliterates those puppets. Well, the puppet master guy, he just activates his body and starts using as water crap. And apparently he can shoot fire from his hands using his chakra. So he shoots fire from his hands, but they all go get back. But Naruto goes to fifth gates, well not fifth gates, fully 8th gates to Angus Afric. So he pinches him, obliterating his body entirely, leaves him dead on the ground. So it's just like, well, I guess you defeated me. I guess you deserve a reward. And he just like, yeah. Well, Orochimaru will be beating a partner on a bridge. Do as you wish with that. Do as you wish with that. Information so you'll see. Then, you can see Gadara with the clay puppet. And he's just sitting there and not leaving. So Naruto sees him, looks up. So he rushes towards him, grabbing Gadara. Or Gadara. He decides to activate his ultimate explosion, his best bomb, to try to end Naruto, but Sasuke decides to fight him. But this time, that fight was the same as canon, Sasuke versus Naruto. But this time, Naruto sees that he survived, so he goes, firing his Hell Beast bomb at him while he's exploding, grabbing Sasuke and getting him out of there. eliminating him entirely. So yeah, and Gara, since he never actually made it to the base, that was able to put Gara back, and he still has to sell Beast. So I left off the story last time. Okay, save Gara. I decided I'm going to see what they do with the Orochimaru in this video, or along with going over some more stuff. So here we go. Our story began off, or the new part of our story. It just after they save Gara and his Leaf Village, they get the Leaf Village and Sand Village to sign a contract with each other. But he's just like, alright, bet. Because Gara is a Hajikage at this point. So the Leaf Village and the Sand Village, and they have a contract with each other. And that same emotional scene that happened in Canada with Naruto leaving still happening here. And now we skip back to the village where Tsunade and talk about Orochimaru at Sound 4 meeting on a bridge to meet one of his subordinates that was there. And Tsunade like, alright, bet. That's our new mission. Yeah, I'll show you go there and help. Y'all should go there and or bring in Orochimaru. And it's just like okay, in 2 weeks. So, during these 2 weeks, not really much happened. I mean, they go out eat after a village. They catch up with more people to say they had to leave the village as soon as they got back. So get caught up with some people. They all went out on a bar or something. And Mema and Muto challenged Naruto to a fight because they're being hunts and no one likes them. They go there and try to challenge Naruto to a fight, thinking they're going to try to change a profit still and get stronger than them. But, like, it's not doing nothing, yo. Just leave me alone. And also, while Mema and Miso both activate the Uzumaki trains, and at this point, after 3 years of straight missions and training, they pretty much ran out of Kurama chakra, so they can't be using it anymore. And they're just like, yo, what did you do to us? Why can't we use the Kyuubi chakra anymore? And Naruto like, you don't have anymore. And they're just like, what? Yeah, so the chakra doesn't regenerate. So every time you use your Kyuubi chakra, all the extras came back. All the extras came back, and they came back into me. And you're just like, yo, that's not cool. But then we go back, and they start fighting Naruto. And Naruto easily just knock them both out, and they're both just mad. Now, we skip back the rest of the time. Hot spring, blah, blah, blah. So we skip back the rest of the time. We're gonna be getting Orochimaru on the bridge. And Orochimaru meets. So they still bringing Captain Yamato to meet with Orochimaru. And just like, try to get information, but the same thing happened in canon, but Orochimaru go for offensive and attack. Naruto is there with Sasuke and Hinata and Kakashi. And Naruto takes and while Yamato, Kakashi, Hinata, and Sasuke is handling the freaking Sound 4, Naruto decided to handle. He decided to handle Orochimaru himself. Even though the Sound 4 is stronger, they're about the same. They're at the same power level as when they appeared in the Fourth Great Ninja War. That's the same, basically, scaling you're at right now. But they're still stronger than them, so they are easily able to take out the Sound 4, but with a little challenge. I'm gonna also face off against Orochimaru. Like, the Sound 4 is dead. Except a girl. I like her. Nobody ever get over her. She always just dies. So I want to keep her alive in this one. So we just go and Naruto he rolls off one and gets Orochimaru. Well, Orochimaru does a lot to try to attack Naruto and kill him. Naruto flashes in to KCM. At this point in time, he's already achieved Nova. He have Nova. So the more Orochimaru starts trusting Naruto, the more Orochimaru killing himself. And Orochimaru is completely out of chakra at this point. He just died. Or died, basically. And guess is how Orochimaru dies. So Orochimaru, we think Orochimaru is dead, but he's still going to reappear. Now at this point, this would be Sasuke versus Gaara fight. But that already happened. And Sasuke won. Now we skip ahead to Asuma. To where Asuma dies. That goes about the same as in canon. Even though there are stronger with some 90 levels of strength, you're still going up against Gensu. Shoji with his expansion Jutsu could even expand its martial arts, making his attacks even more stronger. It still like does not much against him as a cannon. And Asuma is about to die, I guess, get sapped and I forget after the wound so he would die. But no, that's like that don't happen. That don't happen, bro. Naruto appears dressed in time to save Azuma from the top from dying, and he handles that dude for him, killing him. Cause that he was already weakened, so I'm pretty sure Naruto could easily just finish him off. Now, we skip ahead to where Jiraiya died. I don't want to do this. And Naruto doesn't have a real fully. Naruto doesn't actually have the same connection with Jiraiya as a canon. But Jiraiya still died. Jiraiya still dies to this pain. Everybody found out in the village just sad. And guess where the pain arc would be. So Naruto could sense pain even before he attacked the village. And he used that same thing at Pain's guards, and he almighty pushes Pain and Sack away and backs him. He's just like, what the frick is going on? So Naruto goes to Sonova to fight Pain. And Hinata Asase shows up behind him in order to take on this path. So they all join hands. They all join these hands. And Naruto got the most hands at Nova. And Pain over no that strain in his chakra. So he summons the King of Hell to heal their injuries. And it does. And he's just like, yo, what the frick is going on with this? So Naruto, he goes up behind one of the Pains. And he blows him off like he did a cannon. And he punches him off. While Nata gets two more. And he's just like, oh crap. And Nasa gets two more. And Sasuke get the other two. And Naruto, the last one left is the thing that Naruto's fighting in canon. Or two, to be technical. And Naruto, he goes back to his pain. And he just starts going even more hands than Naruto. Naruto's in love. So the more pain attacks Naruto, the more he's basically killing himself. And he's able to end up taking out pain, taking out your fears, gains up controlling him. Now we go back to Naruto talks to pain, and he still able to suck Jitsu pain out of doing that stuff, and everyone that he killed in the village, or that was able to get killed in the village by him, he revives him. Or listen, I want to say he revives the Cherokee. He revives the Cherokee. So they're alive now, and they're all like, yo, how we alive? But they don't have to tell beast back in them. But they're alive now, so they have that connection with their cell beast, so they can pull them out of the tensils. And at this point, it'll be Danzo and Sasuke fight. So we skip ahead in the village while Sasuke finds out what really happened during the Uchiha Massacre. That never happened. Minato's alive. I'm gonna say that Donzo is sick of it and he wants more power. So he tries to execute Uchiha plan with his root, and Sasuke sees this. So Sasuke alerts the Uchiha clan and get hard to start fighting with the root ninjas or the root Umbu. And they're just like, nah, you're not having this. This is not Asashi, and Asashi know that Uchiha ain't did nothing bad. He goes up and he blinches a bunch of them, and Sasuke still goes sees Danzo. And this fight with Sasuke having a brother gun goes much better in Sasuke's favor. Even though it was trajectory in Sasuke's favor in the beginning, this fight goes even more in his favor. To the point where Danzo will have to activate his bomb early. And it gets rid of Sasuke. So Sasuke, he still was able to take out Danzo. At this point, it would be the fourth great ninja war. With Naruto being a Nova and having Nova already. Naruto was able to handle the great ninja war even earlier. It's pretty fast actually. Naruto just goes to Nova, Wagyu Six Path come and give chakra. I make these characters so overpowered that there's not much I could do. I'm going to say that Obito is able to get half of Kurama and the rest of Cell Beast into the Sensei coffin. Or the Sensei, so reviving the Sensei, and he becomes a Shinsurki. And Naruto's just like, oh crap. So he starts attacking the Sensei. But they ain't doing nothing against them. They're just getting flat right now. And then he revived Madara. Madara Uchiha. So Madara goes right for Kurama. And he tries to summon Kurama. And he sees Naruto just flinch down. He's like, oh crap. And Obito uses White Zetsu to revive or Edo Sensei everyone. And Hinata, she goes with everybody else in the Ninja War. And she blinces all of them and sending them up real quick. While Naruto is fighting off against Madara and Obito, Sasuke come and join. But this fight doesn't go as planned. And want to get messed up, and Naruto gets the honor half for almost taking it out of him. But Sage's his path still come, giving both Naruto and Sasuke with Hinata, since she also got basically killed doing this. While his brother came to Hinata. Hinata gets the sensor gun on his cloak. Sasuke gets a full runner gun. And Six Path mode, and Naruto doesn't need it. He already have Nova. And Naruto gets it too. And Naruto even gets it. Six Path mode. Since Naruto already have Nova, that's even stronger in Six Path mode. the Sage of Society says he gets it. So Naruto actually, because Naruto have all 10 cell bees already. Yeah, so he merges it with Nova. And he's just like, oh crap. And Madara and Obito sees this. And then you see 8th Gate guy comes up and start fighting people. And they're just like, oh crap. So with these new powers ups, this is a fierce battle. Like Madara summoned multiple of giant meteors, but Sasuke with his Susanoo, he was able to cut 3 of them in half. From Naruto with Nova, he shot off our Rasen Shuriken, blowing up 3 of them while Naruto tested out her new Tensei Gun power, was able to just repel them. So they rush towards Obito again, trying to pull their cell beast out of him. And as a cannon, it still works. And he's able to retrieve the cell beast out of him. And Obito tries to revive everyone, but Madara like, nope, ran a cunt. And this seals end up reviving, leading to the fight against Kaguya. Well, not really. So, since Madara tries to do it early, Kaguya gets revived early, but much weaker. And with Naruto Nova and Hinata Sasuke gets powerful as well, they're easily able to take out Kaguya and anyone else, so Naruto moving the last turn, Naruto gets kidnapped. Naruto is able to take out him as well. And I don't go into Boruto. So like this is the end. Alright, it's a wrap. Yo, what's up? Leave a like and sub if you want. It's completely free. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Guess Galactic Water if it's been fun. But I really don't get the concept of Galactic Waters. So like, yeah. Well, I'm about to get off here. Yeah, leave a like, sub, and comment if you want. And this is the end. So like, see you later.